All right. Let me get that.
You got to do your signature, man.
Mm, 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 mm.
That's
Gung,
not
gung,
the
gung, gung,
signature.
gung. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My signature. You're funny. I'm gonna get sued for that.
Come on, 'cause I
What
want
do
to do
you?
my signature right
Then
behind
what
it.
do you mean? Mhm. Just want to make sure I get this out of the way. All right, all right.
Well, you catch me drinking coffee, man. And I got to do it all late. Chicago.
Happy Juneteenth, and if you need a reminder why the slaves were freed on June 19th of 1865, we have to talk about the fucked up shit that's in our past so that we can move forward with a future that is best. Cause we are still feeling the ill effects of those dark days, all because of the stupid fucked up bigotry of race. I hope Juneteenth will help us be more loving toward each other, no matter what we are, motherfucking sisters and brothers.
Yo, yo, what's up, everybody?
What's good, peoples? Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth, folks.
Yes,
For those
sir.
of you who've been here before, welcome back. If you're new,
Welcome back.
get to subscribe. Hope you stay. Welcome. What's up, Blunt? So, how was your Father's Day, man?
Father's Day was cool. I went to go visit my pops. He's still amongst us, so it was
Nice,
cool.
nice.
It was cool. And I had fun with my sister.
Where at?
My pops lives in Queens. So my pop's wife, um, she can't cook.
She can't.
She can't cook.
Let's hope that she
Um,
doesn't watch the show, bro.
yeah, I hope she don't watch it, but she can't cook. So she made us a cake because we were coming over, and I'm like, I'm not eating that shit. My poor sister,
Mm.
she took a bite, and then she sits back, and she gets on her phone, right? So I'm looking at her. I was like, okay, what's going on? But she shows me her phone, and her phone, she's like, it tastes awful.
Oh man,
I'm like, you need
the
to eat
cake?
another bite. The cake, yeah. She made a beet cake, dude. Who makes a beet cake?
Did you say beat?
Beet,
She's trying to.
beet,
She's trying to keep everybody healthy.
dude. I'm like, I'm not, I'm not touching it
Hold on, it
with
looks.
beet juice. Like, no, I'm good. My sister's trying to eat it, and I'm laughing because I know it tastes bad, and she's trying to eat it. I'm just laughing at her.
Is this
She
something
try-
she's done before?
yeah, but last time we went there, she made us some food, and we both was like looking at each other like, "What is this?" Trying not to spit it out. Shit was horrible, bro. I was like, "Nah, I can't do it." I said, "Yo, I'm on dialysis. I can't eat certain food."
Uh, she probably said no, but beets is good for you.
No, no, I can't eat certain foods. So my sister's like, I got no excuse.
That's messed up.
So sorry, Pat. I know sometimes my little brother doesn't watch, so hopefully he ain't watching because we're gonna get him to eat when we go over there. Yeah, we just gonna sit
Again,
back.
he's gonna make sure she has a nice piece of cake waiting for you next time.
For him, not me.
Mm. So we hope
But
you all
yeah,
had a good Father's Day. All the dads out there.
yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody.
Miss
Happy
Lopez.
New Year.
Hey, welcome aboard. How you doing, Miss Lopez?
Hola, Michelle. How we doing, Miss Lopez?
All right.
Wait, Miss Lopez. I guess you could say Happy Father's Day to Miss Lopez, right?
No, you cannot.
She's a
No, you
single
cannot.
parent.
Nah, man. Nah. How you gonna
Mhm.
do that, bro? How you
Single
gonna do?
parent. She's a single parent.
That's Mother's Day. That's
She's
Mother's Day.
pulling double duty there,
No,
bro.
she's not. She's pulling a mom that has two kids or one kid, whatever have you. That's it. It's a mom
She
who's
could be
taking care
dad
of
for
a
a day.
child. Uh,
She
if
could be
if
dad for the
if
day.
I was to be a single dad, I don't want nobody telling me Happy Mother's Day. No, it's Happy Father's Day. There you
shout
go.
out, shout out to the single moms out there
Yeah.
pulling down double duty.
Boo.
Hey, it's the day after. I ain't saying it today.
Come out me.
Yesterday.
Don't come out me
It's
with
the
that.
day after. But
Bull. Bull.
on Father's Day is it's all about the fathers. But the day
Mhm.
after, okay, you get I get you a
Well,
little.
it's
I
Mother's
get a
Day
little.
every day, right? It's
It's Mother's
Mother's
Day
Day every
every
day.
day.
Every
Yeah,
day.
what did you
Well,
get
let's
for
have
how?
at least this Sunday that we have. One Sunday out of the freaking year. Let it
What
be
did
a
you get?
Mother's
What did
Day.
you get? Did you get anything for Father's Day?
Me? I got barbecue. Got some sticks. Miss Lopez knows what I'm talking about. Some sticks. Uh, what
Oh,
else?
some
Drinks.
sticks. Some sticks. Okay.
Sticks, bro.
Mhm.
If you know about that life, you don't know. You don't know.
Oh,
Those things, the ones that you inhale when you're not supposed to.
I don't know about none of that
You know
stuff.
about that. You told me you inhale. You ain't supposed to inhale.
I'm straight, so
Yeah, well, so am I. So am I.
nah,
But
nah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not at
Well, you had,
liberty. I'm not at
you had
liberty to talk about that
what's up, Jose?
because when I'm always asked, I'm like, nope, I do not.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
But yeah, did that. And then I was here playing my game. I never saw you show up.
You only playing the game.
I was playing the game, bro. But you play the paid version, and I'm too poor right now to buy the full version.
I
So
told you, man. You gotta hit me up. I'll get on there.
I
24
look for
7
you,
job.
and it says you cannot join. Oh, he's so
Oh yes.
bougie. He's freaking
No, but
playing
if
the
you
paid version.
if you because you could text me in the game
Yeah. Yeah, but
and
when
you
I
say,
see that, I
yo,
was
I'm
like,
on.
he don't want to be bothered. He probably I
No,
suck
I'll
at
be
it. So he's like, I don't want to play a game. I'm like,
no.
I'm gonna play
Come
the
on,
game. He can't join.
every time we play, we have fun, right? We always have
Yeah.
fun.
But
So yeah.
I've gotten a lot better, man. I got a lot better. But anyway, so I did that, of course,
What's
spent
good,
time with my
Robert?
kid. My son Danny took me out to this restaurant not too
Nice.
far from here, like a Mexican restaurant. Yo, the tacos were so good.
Yeah, there's a couple
And
of restaurants by you.
I'm not a drinker, but there's something that I like, which is mojitos. If I could have a
Okay.
mojito over here and there, I
Oh
have it.
God,
And they
I
had
know somebody who loves mojitos.
they had coconut mojito, and I
Oh,
think it's the
really?
best one I've
Coconut.
ever had. It was so freaking good. It was so good,
What
and I
is
was
this?
like,
A restaurant or a bar?
it's a
Uh,
restaurant. It's a
okay.
restaurant. It's called I can't think of the name right now. Margaritaville or something like that. It's here. It's on
That
Amboy Road,
Margaritaville is
something like that.
that's
It
in
had a
they have
different
that.
name and they changed it. We got to go there one day, Blunt. You gonna?
Yeah, that's what I'm
The thing
saying.
is that I gave the keys to my son. He drove because he thought I was gonna get drunk out of my mind. He's like, I'll get one time. Father's Day,
Look at
get drunk.
Michelle. Look at Michelle.
Mm.
Look at the lush coming out of Michelle right now. Passion
Passion
fruit
fruit
margarita.
margarita.
Look. Cut it out, Michelle. Stop it.
Miss Michelle's probably gonna have to come to our part of the town over here and we'll have some drinks.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Come join us. Have some drinks.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
you a babysitter. You know,
So
and
we
a
wanted to find
designated
out how you
driver.
guys feel about the job. That's like the main thing I was gonna talk
That's
about.
the
Like, how
main
do you guys
topic, right? That's the
topic? Like,
main
how do you feel
topic.
about it? Because we talked about it. Like, how do you feel? You know, pre-COVID and now, and the things that have changed, and the BS with the what do you call it? The politics, the division of the the union. We want to see how you guys feel about that. And as you guys get your thoughts together and throw the comments, I want to mention a news that probably was not in the news. It happened right up here by us. It happened on Richmond and Genesee. This a couple of days ago. Um, the 15th was the 15th. What's today?
So he's the 19th.
19th. So this is the 15th. A few days ago. It was the bus at S59. So check this out. 'Cause this is something that we could talk about as safety. Hey, Danny, as safety for bus operators. So the S59 stopped at a light and got hit in the back by a vehicle. The vehicle, the whole front got all messed up. I believe they told me it was a BMW. Not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I believe it was a Beamer. So the operator, you say how old he was? The operator, he gotta believe he had 18 years on the job. He gets out to check out the damage, right? And he tells the driver, "I'm gonna have to call this in because look what happened to your car." He like directly right into the bumper. The whole front got messed up. So it was like 4 or 5 guys in there, Asian guys, and the driver said, "No, we don't want you to report it." So the driver's like, "But I have to look at your car, right?" So as the driver started walking into to go to his bus, they jumped him and they trashed. They messed him all up. They popped an eye socket. They broke one of the eye sockets. Anyway, long story short, he wound up going to the hospital because of this. So this is things that we're taught to do now. When I thought about it, by the name, his name is Phil. I didn't get his last name. His name is Phil. So our heart go to Phil, hoping he's much better. I believe he was still in the hospital. I just took my boys if he wanted to go to the hospital he is to go visit him. But yeah, just because he was doing his job, just because he said he has to call it in. Now, way back in the past has happened to me where something like that happened. And listen, what you do is you get on the radio and you call it as a hit and run, right? But you think he wanted to do the job properly, and you're not gonna think something like that's gonna happen to you. But this is just another issue that we deal with by by following rules.
Hmm.
He has to call it in, and that happened. Maybe this is something that you change too.
To
Happens an
what?
accident. They don't want us to get off the seat, right? So it happens an accident, and you're fine. Maybe you just call it in from there, and you don't get off that seat.
I mean, you you can just call it, but you still got to assess what the situation is because
Yeah, I mean,
somebody could
yeah,
be dead behind you. You got to go out and check.
yeah.
So I mean, he did what I think the only mistake that he did was stating that he has to call it in. He
But
should have
that's what
just
we
called
all
it in.
do.
Yeah, but he didn't have to tell them that.
No, but
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I
yeah.
think that's the only mistake he made was stating to them, "Oh, I have to call this in." He should have
Mhm.
just said, "Oh, you guys okay?" and then walked back in the bus and called that shit in,
Yeah.
and
Or
then
when they
let them
said
do
we
what they
don't
got to
want
do.
you to call it in, they go, all right.
All right,
Yeah,
see you
I'm just
later.
gonna
See you
go.
later. Bye.
Yeah.
See, let him go, and then still call it in.
But you wouldn't think something like that would happen. So I
Yeah,
believe
hell.
they caught 4 of them already,
But
and
see,
a
this is the
couple are
thing.
still on
Like
the loose. Oh, and check
you,
this out. And check this out. Management, MTA management, they went to go visit him that same day at the hospital. The
oh, okay.
local, nobody
No,
showed up from the local.
nobody from the local management went, but the local didn't go.
Management went.
So,
Nobody from the local showed up on the
and
first
this
day
is
of
a
the
Staten Island. This is Staten
Staten
Island
Island. But
union.
supposedly, I've heard that their union is like better than ours.
I heard that too. I heard that same
They
rumor
have a
too.
lot of the only bad thing I say, like my boys told me, they have to sit for 60 days for an AVA. 60 days in
In
advance.
advance,
In
damn.
advance, 60 days,
Wow,
which yeah, that could, things change, plans change. You might even forget you put in for an AVA.
60 days.
With us,
Yeah.
it's just 30 days. Yeah. That's one of the things about them. But yeah, so when I heard that, say yeah, the management was quickly to go over there and check on him, but the union, nobody showed up. They probably
We
showed
gotta
up the
find
next
out.
day. What are you gonna say?
We gotta find out if the union actually ever go there to visit him.
Yeah,
But
I'm
if
gonna find out
not at
about.
all, I mean that looks bad. If
Yeah, suppose. Yeah,
management goes down and the union don't even go down,
yeah.
like geez.
Union should, if anything, the union should have been the first one there.
I mean, we still, but we don't really. I hate to bring this up, but we don't really know the whole story with this dude neither. Like he could be one of the union basher dudes. I'm not saying that he is. I'm just saying
Hmm.
that could be a reason why the union they probably like fuck that
Hey,
nigga.
but it don't matter, as you know, you're paying your dues. You have to
Yeah, I
be there.
mean, they
You know.
should be professional. If that's the case, I'm not saying that's the case, but
Hmm.
if that's the case, they still have to be the bigger person, being that they're the elected officials. They still have to go down, do their due diligence, and make sure that the member, the union member, is doing okay, or if they need anything from the union. I don't care how much you don't like somebody. If you have a job to do, you do your job. You don't have to like anybody to do your job. Just do your job. You know. But
Yeah.
again, I hope that guy gets well. You know, I think maybe next time he'll understand. Just don't say anything. Just do it. Because this is the one thing about me. I'm always on my P's and Q's about other people around me. I don't ever turn my back on somebody like that, especially if it's a car full of people. I keep my eyes out, keep my distance out, and I stay ready. The minute somebody touch me, it's going down. 'Cause I'm not stopping until everybody's on the ground. Then I
No,
stop.
no, Joe Figueroa. That's not the union motto at all. That's somebody else's motto. TW
That's
Local 100 never
Evangeline's.
came up with that.
That's Evangeline's motto.
Evangeline, yeah, Evangeline, who was
Yeah,
running for president, she came up with that. That's the
she
first time I
came up.
heard it.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
first time I heard it. I never heard anybody in the local vice president, anybody say an injury to one is an injury to all.
actually I heard
Who, JP?
JP and them group say that before.
Yeah, before that, really?
Yeah, that was when they were running. They used to say that.
Mm,
But then I didn't hear anything until Evangeline came out with it afterward.
no. Well, I
But
stand
I
corrected.
would give her. I mean, she's the one using it the most,
Yeah,
so why not give it to her?
I would.
I
I
mean, it
will.
makes sense. I like the logo. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
speaking of giving credit,
credits
um,
due.
I got a little bit of news about our ABA, right?
Hmm.
I called up. I called up Aetna because people are saying like, what exactly? Is Michelle Lopez was on the last show. We're talking about it, and in another video, somebody asked. In another video, someone posted. I saw a comment that said, "How much will management contribute towards our
Yeah,
medical care?" You
that's.
know,
I remember that comment too.
yeah. Um, that was something else. I don't know why I went into that. That was the next question. it, it was, what are the details? Why will each child be entitled for? How many hours, weeks, a month, out of the year will that
Jeez.
service be? So I saw that and I went, you know what? I'm gonna call Etna. So I called Etna and I told her I'll give her a shout out. Miss Sherry from Etna. She said there's a small group that deal with the MTA side of Aetna. This is a small
Hmm.
group. So I was telling her that I told her what we've been doing about ABA. That we're happy that it was coming on the contract. And she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you guys. You don't know. We've been telling all the guys when they come into our office, we tell them, you guys should try to get ABA because ABA is needed. You guys." So I told her, yeah, I've heard that we have about 20% of the force that have children on the spectrum, but really, because of HIPAA, you really can't ask that. But she goes, trust me, there's a lot more. And she was very happy that we got it. So I asked her if she had any details, and they don't have anything right now because it has to come from MTA. So as soon as we get something, we'll pop up here. But you know, uh, and and when we will get this will be at open enrollment. We'll have to wait till October 15th when we have open enrollment, and at that point we could whatever changes we have to make on our plan. If I have to switch to another plan to get the ABA for my child, we'll find out then. I haven't heard anything about what's gonna come, what the details are about that service, but I was just happy. I spoke to this girl from Aetna, and she had said the same thing. She had been pushing for everybody that when they come in. I guess she has parents that go in there that have children on the spectrum, and she's like, you guys need to get this. A lot of other places have it in our plan. I don't know why you don't have it. So we'll see what happens with that. And Blunt, didn't you have somebody who was gonna come in today? How did that go?
Wasn't me, but it was one of our misfits who was supposed to have somebody come and talk to us, but I didn't hear anything else about it.
Didn't hear anything.
No, I didn't
Um,
hear anything else. It
mm.
was
I have the name. I didn't want to mention the name not to put him in the spot, but
yeah, no, I didn't hear anything else about it. Ooh.
yeah. So if you listed him, bro, you said you had somebody you was gonna come on with someone to talk about ABA or ADA and all that good stuff.
Well, you had an
Uh,
expert.
yeah, an expert. So hit us up
Mm.
and
Link
and,
is
and let us
still.
know.
Mm. Yeah, I don't see anything from him.
Nothing.
I mean, it
Yeah.
could be that we didn't follow up with him or anything too. I kind of
Well, I
forgot.
thought we were waiting to see if he connected with the person. You know.
I don't wait. I follow up, but I
So
forgot.
Joe asked, what did management do besides go see him at the hospital?
There's nothing else
Uh,
they could do.
I mean, you go visit.
You need
That's
to go visit.
that's what you do. That's what we would do if one of us is in the hospital, right? We go. There's not much we do. We just go visit, wish them well, right? I mean, they're not gonna give him any money. They're just the man had 18 years on the job. From what I hear, he might be already out because of his busted eye socket. That's gonna take a long time to heal.
That affects his driving, so he's gonna be. He ain't driving for a while. That's for
He's not
sure.
gonna be driving,
He could drive his own vehicle, but he probably won't be in passenger service anymore.
right?
He might have to do the yard or some shit like that.
All because the man was
Cleaning.
trying to do his job. And like I said before, they caught like four of the guys already. And like
He definitely should take his 2 years.
yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, I would. There's really nothing he did against the rules if you think about
No,
it.
so he did
Nothing he did.
everything
He
you're
wasn't
supposed to
fighting
do.
with someone that they could say, "Oh, you got off your seat." No, he went to check on the damage, make sure everybody's okay, and he just told them, "Listen, I just have to call it in because all the damage to your vehicle."
Mm.
So who knows what they were running away from, and they slammed into the bus.
They didn't have insurance. They probably was running away from Texas or Florida. They probably just came from Texas or Florida.
Hmm.
And he's like, fuck that. We ain't going back home. Beat him up.
Well, I'll see if I can
So,
get some more information on him. To today, I had not heard anything. So all I'm thinking is he was still in the hospital.
hey, if you guys listening, even if you don't know this brother, you could type in the comments, that you wish him well. Wish this brother well and a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like
So,
Jose said, the motto, which we should adapt, always should adapt. An injury to one is injury to all. So let's all show him some love. Let's all let him know we got his back. You can send your money to a blunt. Yeah, let me stop.
care of one transit misfit.
Don't send me nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the job. We're talking about the job.
Oh, the job, man. You know,
So
I,
well,
I,
let's go back first to how the job used to be versus how the job is now. So
for
let's
me, it
start
was
from the back.
great, bro. I mean, when I first started, it was like, wow. First of all, it's like, wow, I'm gonna drive this freaking animal of a bus, and it was good. It also felt it was very much like family in the depot, for sure. It was like the little brother coming in, and they're looking
Mhm,
out for you. Once in a while, they would of course, they make fun of you being
mhm.
new blood, fresh meat,
Fresh
all that
meat.
stuff.
Yeah. Mhm,
But I don't know if it's. Yeah, I tell you that there was. I had to remember. I had to go to a step two hearing not so long ago. I had to go to a
mhm.
step two hearing for some stupid shit. That we had talked about on the show. And anyway, after being there, through my swing for about almost 4 hours. They couldn't come into a conclusion yet. Now they have to like get some email from somebody higher up, and then we'll take it from there. But there was another operator who was also um, there for a step two, and they had asked me prior to this other operator coming into the office. They had asked me, "How do you feel about the job right now?" I was like, "I can't fucking wait to leave this place already. I got 3 years left, and I hope that when those 3 years hit, I can just get the hell out of here, and not even look back." So they're laughing, right? And then, like 2 minutes later, this operator comes in. The operator is fuming. I guess you know what she or he was in for was very upsetting, and you could see in the face they were very very upset. So they asked him, says, "Oh, how many years you got left?" The operator says, "I have 3 years left, and I can't fucking wait to get the hell out of here." And we just all started cracking up in the room when she was looking around like. And like, yeah, they're like, yo, Pete said the same thing. He got 3 years. So what is this? A thing that happens to operators around the 22-year mark, where it's just you just want to be out. So now I was thinking, let me ask you guys, if anybody that it's around that area, or maybe if you're younger, it will be sad, man. If you have like under 10 years and you can't wait to get the hell out of here, that would be,
Yes. For that
it's,
move up,
yeah, that would be time to
take the
even
test and
take the
move up.
dispatcher's test, yep, or
Hmm.
look for another job because it gets worse before it gets better. That's for sure. But yeah, it's like it has changed for me. It's changed so much. The togetherness is not right there, and I see at our depot chairman, he's always trying to push that togetherness, but it's like I just don't see it, man. God bless him, he keeps trying, but I just don't see it. Everybody, he talks to people to do the right thing out there, not screw each other up, and it's like in one ear out the other. People still keep doing the wrong thing, and it just little things like that just makes you not want to do the job.
Hmm.
You know, and there's people that say, "Well, why I'm doing all the right things, but then this one in front of me, this one behind me, the other one, like I'm the only one trying to do the right thing." So it gets to the point where everybody's like, "Screw this," and I don't know what we can do to fix it. I have no idea what we can do to fix it because again, I might be trying to be nice to my operator, my coworkers out there, but you could just see it in the face, like they're miserable, like they just don't want to hear it, like they're just like, "F you, I'm doing what I got to do, and that's it." So, comment, let us know how you guys feel about the job. Do you think it's okay for you? Maybe it's just me. I mean, maybe there's just a few of us that are just tired of it. And now with this whole thing with our contract, it's like I don't know. I don't remember seeing so much division for a contract. I don't know. Maybe it's just because now I'm paying attention. Now that I got more years on the job, I'm actually paying attention to it. But it just seems like it's like all these people against it. And did you see anything on the contract? You said you was gonna read it. Did you get a chance?
Nope.
This whole thing about the medical, they keep bringing up the Medicare Advantage, and I'm like, I don't.
Medicare Advantage.
Yeah.
Again, the main thing they're most of the people are against why they're against the Medicare Advantage is because it's a for a profit company, and so which I kind of agree with them about the profit for profit company because it takes the decisions out of you and your doctors,
Mm.
uh, and it falls onto the companies, and the company only worry about their bottom line. So I can understand that point that a lot of people are making about it. Whether that's true or not, I can't tell you that. You know, I would love to uh, have a representative from who is it? Who is it? Aetna? Is it Aetna?
The Aetna,
United Health? Who's the
the
no
plan Aetna,
Advantage? It's
Aetna
Medicare Advantage.
of
I would like to
America.
have a maybe a labor relations or somebody in the field who actually deals with Medicare Advantage come on the show and explain to people how it really works, because we could look it up, right? But if we're not looking up the proper resources, we're just gonna give you the wrong information. So I would rather have a professional person that works with Medicare Advantage explain the nuances of how that works. Because a lot of people are really worried about that for profit company. And if that's what they're saying is true, I have to side with them, because I don't want to. If I have to get a CAT scan, I don't want to wait 4 months waiting on them to decide if it's profitable for me to take a CAT scan or not. Because they be like, oh, you know what, we spend CAT scan costs $5,000 to do, but we only paying $500 for Mister Garcia, so we're gonna deny the CAT scan. And then you
Mm-hmm.
fucking screwed. So
Yeah, that in itself, especially in for the retirees,
mm,
will be a huge problem. So
mm,
I just hope that we get some actual facts because I mean, we have a couple of people that go and do videos and stuff, but sometimes they take information and they twist it. You know, so like you said, it would
so
be nice if we had a professional to tell us about it. I hear a
mm,
lot of people talking about that Advantage Care and saying that it's really bad. But they also talk about the plan that we have now. People have told me how they hate our prescription plan. And
mm,
I have never had a problem with my prescription plan. Any medication I'm supposed to get, I get. And it's never been like an arm and a leg to get my medication. So
mm,
some medications, the most I've had to pay out of pocket have been $20.
mm.
So, I'm not trying to get free, medication. I wish
I
as a
am.
senior they would get it. I
I'm
wish
trying to get
seniors would
free.
get it. Well, yeah, you have a lot of medication, don't you?
I have a lot. I have
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
have
it
a
would be
lot.
great to have a plan, that covers you like that. But then I would think it would cost us more out of pocket for the union, you know, um, for us to pay into it. So I don't know how that works, but it'd be great if the seniors get it. I would love to know that senior
I actually
citizens,
have.
they've been working all their freaking life and they become senior citizens and they have
mm,
medication they got to pay $350 for. That's crazy.
I actually have
That's
a
crazy.
Medicare book here that I'm going to read. And it
Okay,
has
okay.
Medicare Advantage in here, so I can read up on it.
All right, man. So for the next week,
But it's
bring us some information.
for what I'm paying right now, because I'm on my own, so I have to get whatever they offer me, and I make too much money on disability to get Medicare, so I can't even get Medicare, which is crazy.
Too
So I
much money
have
on
to pay out of
disability.
pocket. Yeah, I make too much money for disability, and I have to come out of pocket for my health care. So not only that, because I have Medicare and I have a prescription plan that I pay for. I pay like $200 and a deductible out of pocket for my prescription. So that's not including the price of the actual medications I'm taking. But it at least lowers the price of the medication. So, like if my medicine, let's say one of them costs $80, I would pay like $4 for the medicine. So that's okay, but I'm still coming out of pocket already for it. Now, here's the thing: is for what I need a secondary insurance, which I got to come out of pocket again. Otherwise, I can't get what I need, which is crazy. But it is what it is. That's the issue. Let's yeah, there we go.
What are you reading? I was like, what happened to you?
Oh, I was doing care. I just wanted the icing on the cake is that the local controls the voting process. So to me, I vote. You really think the local controls the voting process?
Hmm.
Is it the locals or is it that people just don't vote? Because the last time I seen the numbers were dismal. People just weren't voting.
Yeah.
Nobody was voting. I mean, I think the amount of people that voted on the last contract that we were talking about was just about enough people that filled Jackie Gleason depot alone. And that's just one depot. And that was like the amount of people that voted on the contract that everybody's affected on. Now is that the union's fault? Is that management's fault? Or is that the members' fault? Like nobody's getting involved.
And not just that, you see that you don't get your ballot, you have to get on the case right away and just
Yeah.
push them for to get your ballot.
And
You
we
know,
can't wait for it to be election time. If you don't get your ballot before election, let's say last
maybe you could do
election,
now, right
yeah,
now,
last
know
yeah,
what's going on. Call up
let
and
me-
find out. Make sure they have your right information.
yeah,
You
double
know, call the
check
union.
with your check with your depot chair, check with management if you have to, your favorite supervisor, and just make sure they got all your information correct.
Yeah, because it's coming up. We're supposed to vote on this contract.
Mhm.
So don't wait till they tell you, oh, you got 10 days, because more than likely you're not gonna get it.
Right. Well, you most likely you're not gonna, and it's not like they have a backup where you could fill out a ballot right there at the depot and drop it in. They don't have a backup on that like that.
Jose, yeah, definitely the electronic voting, but you and I can't do nothing about that. We could talk about it until we turn blue, and there's nothing we could do. So we have to work with whatever we can, which is the paper
I think
ballots.
at some point they're gonna go that route because it'll be cost effective for the company, not because it's a better avenue to go to, just because it's cost effective for the company.
Also, the
That's
union started mailing the ballots on June 29th,
23rd.
23rd. Okay, so I'm gonna be making my call. Well, I mean, I've always gotten them, so I don't know why I haven't received it yet. But
Union stated they're mailing ballots on the 23rd. So you got a couple of days. So you figure by the 25th, 26th, you should have a ballot. If not, start
mm,
making noise. Make sure you got start checking in with you. I didn't get my ballot. Did you
yeah,
send it
I'll
to this
state it. Okay.
address? This, that, and that? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Start making it. So look, you put it up there, right? You put it up there?
What? No. What?
Jose's apartment, right?
No, not that. I don't think so.
Yeah, Union stated. Guys, this says the union stated. I don't know who stated, but he says the union stated they're mailing out ballots on June 23rd. So by June 23rd, you should know that spread the word that the union are mailing ballots. If you don't get it within a couple of days, check with your union official and find out if your information is correct. Make sure your address is correct. If you're getting paraphernalia or whatever, then you should get the mail. You should get the ballots. But make sure you get the ballot and make sure you vote one way or the other. One way or the other.
One way or another, I'm
But I
gonna
know
find
Jose said he has 16 years on the job and it's not the same, and he's looking forward to leaving.
with
So
just 16 years.
16 years, and how does it?
Jose, you want to
How do,
join us live right now? Let us know. We'll send you a link. Well, the link is on the page. The link is on the Two Transit Misfits page. It's on the Next Post Please page. We don't have a lot of time left for the show, but if you go back there, click on that link, we'll bring you in. See what you got to say.
yeah, because I want to know how does it change in your eyes? How did you see it changing? What's the changes that you either don't like or like? Because I could tell you from what I'm seeing from the outside in, because I'm not in transit anymore. If you don't know, but when I left, transit, when I started transit, first of all, the first year was hectic, going on probation and stuff like that. And my daughter was still very young at that time. She was like a baby. So juggling that, going to Staten Island because I had to train in Staten Island out of Yukon, so I had to go to Staten Island. I had to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning for us to drive to the Bronx and practice driving in the city. It was just ridiculous, and then doing the line training and stuff like that. So it was hectic, but at the same time, the welcome in the depot was great. like P said, they was joking, fresh meat, blah blah blah. You get all the ribs and all that stuff. But all of the trainers that I had were very good. They're very friendly, very knowledgeable, and they all the old timers schooled you. They made sure you did mostly the right thing, and they kind of
What happened? You cut off. You cut off. Your mic cut off. There you go. Now I can hear you.
Miguel was one of my trainers, and God bless the dead. And from that day, he line trained me every day. He had a lesson for me, all
Are
the way
you
up
kidding?
until
No, your volume just started going up, 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 up.
yeah, I know what's going on. But yeah, every day he
You're
would,
good.
every day he had a lesson for me ever since line training, and that was up to 10 years, almost 10 years. Every day he saw me, he had a lesson for me. So that's the kind of environment I was in. Now I'm out now. What up, narrator? How we doing? Now I'm out now, going on, sheesh, 14, 15, almost what 8 years, 9 years. I got out in
How many?
2014.
9?
2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, yeah, almost 9 years.
9 years.
I guess, yeah.
Thank God you
So,
got all 10 fingers in your hands.
yeah.
Hey,
So,
what's up, narrator?
but I seen the changes from the outside in. And I kind of feel like it's mostly due to the politics. Like a lot of people taking this politic stuff seriously and personally when it shouldn't be like that. Politics is always going to be a dirty business, but you have to take lessons from the old politicians, not the new politicians they got now, like Marjorie Taylor Greene. You gotta leave them. Those are fringe people. You have to take lessons from the old politicians, and they never took anything personal. It was strictly politics. No matter how dirty it got, it was all on in the name of politics. And you let it go. Even though they may disagree with each other, they always found a way to work with each other. They always found some kind of common ground. And people just not doing it no more. They see they don't like what the other person is siding with politically, and all of a sudden they're their enemy. Like there's so many other things you guys have in common that just because you have one disagreement, that shouldn't dictate how everything else falls into place. You're not going to agree with everybody all the time. So every time you have a disagreement with somebody, you cut them off. You're never going to have any friends. You won't even have family. How many times family you disagree with family? Like you got to cut them off too. So you have to. These people have to learn how to agree to disagree and move on. Don't take it personal. Politics will be politics no matter what, and it's always going to be
Mm.
shady.
Easier said than done to some people, right? Jose, I don't see what you sent me. I'm looking at Messenger and there's nothing there. Jose. This is somebody else. This is Jesse. Nope, I don't see nothing up there, bro. If you want to send it to our email, that way Blunt could also grab it and put it up on the screen if it's the information that you sent about the ballots. It'd be very helpful. Well, we're doing that. Blunt, I just wanted to bring that up. Oh, there we go. It just popped up. I don't know if he just sent it, but it just popped up. Oh, well, we're just talking about. They'll be counted July 17th, and the ratification date is July 28th at the MTA board. All right, so
So let's put it up.
the 17th. Let me save this.
Thank you, Jose.
Thank you for that.
You get an honorary starter pin.
The star pin.
A starter pin.
Starter pin. Let's put this up on the screen. And where is it? Quick. Oop, don't lock myself out. Where's the banner? The brand. There we go. Overlay. You tell me I have to. Is it? I think that's it. Here we go. There we go. So what I was just reading. Ballots will be counted on July 17th. Ratification date is July 28th at the MTA board. I mean, so if it goes through. All right. So guys, as we mentioned, the 23rd ballot's supposed to go out. You want to make sure you get your ballot. Start calling now your union. Make sure they have the right information. Make sure that your dues are up to date. Because if your dues are not up to date, you're not going to be able to vote.
Yep.
So don't even think about thinking that you're going to receive a ballot, because you won't if you're not, what do you call it, not up to date. What's the word I'm looking for, Blunt? With the union. Mm-mm-mm.
I
Looking
can't
good.
remember. It's a word. I know the word you're looking for.
Word is the bird. It's the word. It's the bird. But while we're thinking about that word, something we mentioned earlier, when we talk about Juneteenth, because there's something going on for Juneteenth. But for those of you, some people have been saying, "Oh, this is some made up." It's not a made up holiday. It's been going on for a very long time. It's just that until I believe it was 2021, where it kind of became an official holiday.
Hmm.
But if for those of you that don't know, I didn't know. I had to look it up myself when they talked about it. What Juneteenth is about. That's the wrong one. Here we go. So Juneteenth is a federal holiday in the United States commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans, deriving its name from combining June and 19th. It is celebrated on the anniversary of the order by Major General Gordon Granger, proclaiming freedom for enslaved people in Texas on June 19, 1865. So this goes back a long time. And I'm sure the people are probably celebrating that date all this time until 2021, where it became official. Another thing that's going on right now that starts today till I believe July 2nd, and they call it Black Restaurant Week. Okay. So Black Restaurant Week, you go to all the restaurants that are black owned, and I had something to read about that. Okay, explore black owned restaurants, bakeries, food trucks, and more. Black Restaurant Week is presenting its fourth annual campaign in New York tri state region. Discover black owned restaurants, food trucks, suites, and more across New York City, New Jersey townships, and additional surrounding metro areas. So go out there, enjoy some black food served at black owned restaurants, running from now till July 2nd, folks. Get that good food. So, what? Did I say something wrong? You have this.
I'm just laughing because referred to as black food. It's soul
Well, what?
food.
Soul food. Well, soul food. Okay. So, well, it black
It's all
owned
good.
restaurants.
I got you.
You know, hey, I'm not. I should be down with the culture,
There,
right?
there's a
It's in
couple
my blood too.
in
But yeah,
Brooklyn. I know there's one that was fairly well. It ain't new now. It was fairly new back then, but that opened up over by Graham. Right, everybody know Graham in Brooklyn. It's like Avenue
Grand
to Puerto
Street.
Rico. Graham.
Oh, Graham. Oh,
It's,
how
it's like
the
Avenue to
real
Puerto
Puerto
Rico.
Ricans be like Graham.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So there's one that
Sorry,
opens
that's
soulful
it. Member in
restaurant.
good standing. That's what I was looking for before. Member in good standing.
It's a soulful restaurant opened up over there on Broadway, not too far from Graham. That's supposed to be really good. So try to see if you can find your local soulful restaurant and hit it up. Get you some oxtails.
You said hot oxtail?
Oxtails. You ever had oxtails?
No, I can't say I ever had. Can't say I ever had.
Really good, bro. Depending on where you go, oxtails are really good. That's why they're so expensive.
Is it?
Yeah, maybe you want like
Mm-mm.
$7 for a plate of oxtail. Expensive. Probably, and that's
Sheesh.
probably cheap on the cheap side.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so the job has changed a lot. The job has changed a lot.
Changes saying a lot, man. I
It's
really
like,
can't wait, bro. I really hope that in my third year I'm out. And yet here I am making a big deal out of our contract
do
because
people still wave
it's
at
not
each
just
other
for me.
when you drive by?
Yo, you know that I had a bone to pick with those on the B6 out there, the B6. I know there's a couple of guys. We have a couple of misfits that work the B6,
Mm.
and you're all cool. I mean, I know them, you know them. But maybe they could let us know what's going on. There's like there seems to be this kind of friction out there by Avenue J when it comes to the B6 operators and the B11. Like I noticed that. Like I do, like you said, trying to wave, and they're just like
Oh, yeah.
they want nothing to do with me, or they have the newer buses that have the actual shade, and the shade is like this as they're driving. So in order for me to see them, they would have to go like this, and they're just like, and I pull over and I see it's like dude, like you know,
The blinders
and,
on.
yeah, and that's just for us because it can't be for the public because you're opening your door, people are coming in, they're looking at your face, just like they have it like you don't want nobody talking to you. So you got the blinders on there. So I see a lot of the six operators doing that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but
I
that's
don't
another.
think they. I don't think they understand that it's not. You're not just waving hello. You're actually checking on each other.
Mm,
It's not just hey, how you doing? It's you okay? Everything's good. Yeah, everything's good. It's not just how you doing. It's really you don't really know each other like that. But
right.
it's
But
it's a
we're out
it's a
there doing
courtesy. Yeah,
doing the same job. So yeah,
yeah. It's
it's
a
a little
courtesy
sign of
to each
respect,
other.
courtesy.
Yeah, yeah. Like, come on. It's not just. I don't think they understand that. Like, if so, now you don't talk to nobody. You got your blinders on, and now somebody beating you up, right? Now you want to look over to the guy that you ignored every time you drive past him, and you're looking for help. What's he gonna do? He's gonna look at you like you're stupid, and be like, "Oh, that looked like it hurt," and keep it moving, right? It's just a sign of respect, man.
Oh, that looks
That's
like
what
a
I'm saying.
hurt,
Like,
bro.
so sometimes
Hate to be you.
yeah, ooh, keep it moving. Now you're like, damn, this guy just left, and I'm looking for help. Well, you got to if you ain't showing each other respect, then you're gonna get what you get.
We got to change that, guys.
Yeah, it has to
Women,
change.
guys, we got to change that.
Especially, I always made sure if a woman passed me, especially a woman, because not that um that they can't handle themselves or anything. It's just I just felt like I felt like I needed to protect them a
A
little bit
lot of
more.
female operators, they could really
So
handle
yeah, a
themselves
lot
out
of
there.
them, yeah, like
Yeah.
Cherry.
Well, she proved it. She's
Cherry
proven
stayed
it more
beating
than
somebody.
once.
She stayed beating somebody up. But anyway, but I always make sure hey, like how you doing? Okay, or I mess with them, make them laugh, just to make sure they all right.
Is this our boy? Is this the boy you always throwing kisses at? Cause I can't tell,
No,
man. Again with a
that's that's
Facebook user.
that's Hugo.
You go. We're gonna just stop posing. I guess he wants to stay anonymous.
Yeah.
Remember, they are the other depot, independent depot. Some of them are like that, but they are some how there's some that show really respect. I'm guessing I'm trying to change his words, but yeah, I should have read that before I posted it up, bro. You got to check your spelling, man. I couldn't make up what
Yeah.
you were trying to say. Independent depot. How's a B6 an independent depot? It's just from another depot. The Brooklyn
Yeah, I'm,
depot.
I'm trying to decipher that. I don't.
It's not independent depot. It's not like back in the day when we had what was those buses that became the Q37 that went to down the island over there. What was it? What was the name of that? It had a long name. I can't think of the name now. Think about it. Blown by Flatbush. The buses used to go down Flatbush over the bridge to where Chris Craven lives. I can't even think about that. Where by Reese Beach over there.
From Flatbush.
Yeah, there used to be a bus that just went down there. Had the green. It was green.
No, that's
Oh
before my time.
nah, man. It was during your time. It was green.
Shuttle buses?
No, it was actual
No,
buses. That then they became part of MTA. The
it was green.
Q37 it was a different company. That was an independent company. It was a private company.
Mm.
It's a private company. Command.
Oh, okay, right.
Command.
Command buses, right.
That was an independent. That would be an independent depot. You know, or
B6
was
is
an
part of what? Alma Park?
is it Olma Park?
B6 is
B6
either Alma Park or East New York.
or East New York? One of those two. One of those two.
I think it's
Uh,
Alma Park. I'm not sure.
yeah.
I'm not sure which
But
one of
it's
those.
like, yo, come on, let's show each other a little respect out there. It doesn't matter how many times you pass by the person. Sometimes you don't know. You just wave them because you see another bus coming.
Yeah.
You know, just like Blunt said, how you doing? You do good. You know,
It's
because
a courtesy. Make sure
yeah,
everything's all right.
when we're out there, we only got each other, bro. We only got each other when we're out there.
I mean, you can't. You got to factor in that sometimes people just having a bad day. I can get that. I get that. But I've never been that type of person that if I'm having a bad day, I never take it out on anybody else. So that's just me. Some people are not like that. Some people don't give a flying fuck. If they having a bad day, then everybody's gonna have a bad day with them.
Mm-hmm.
And they take it out on everybody. I've never been like that. So I'd be like, hey, after you get a couple of waves from me, and after that, if I don't get a wave back, then it's fuck you. I ain't waving no more. You know. But if you're in trouble, don't look at me.
Bro, our time's running so quick. We still have one more story to talk about. But I want to bring this up. You know, the whole smoke, fire, everything what we've been having up from Canada. And people like, how is that happening? Look at this map. Look at this map. This shows an area where the forest fires were in Toronto. And look where New York is at.
Hmm.
We're basically right there. Some
And the
people say,
wind factor blew all that stuff out.
yeah. So people were like asking. This came from a misfit down under. One of our misters from down under.
Somebody from down
Miss,
under said
Miss.
something from Canada when we got
I mean,
when
no.
we.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Anne, Miss Anne,
oh
Anne,
no, she's up there. Okay,
Anne.
she's
Yeah,
not from
Anne from
down
Canada.
under,
Yeah.
bro.
No, no, no. I got it mixed up. Anne.
That's the geography all mixed up,
Yeah,
man.
I really did. I got everybody all fucked up.
He's living on a
I
flat
brought her
Earth.
up here real quick. Yeah, Anne had posted this, so you could see where the fires were at and how come they got to us, and it was so bad here in New York. It was just the way the wind was blowing
Wind was
that hit
blowing
us.
our way.
It
Yeah.
just hit us hard. Another thing we want to talk about real quick is you see the videos being posted everywhere. It's being posted everywhere, and I think you got it fixed over here. I see you got it fixed, and we talked about this the digital mirrors
Hmm.
for the buses.
Hmm.
Check this out, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you thought it was a game? Transit wasn't playing. See what's missing, right? Once again, see what's missing, right? You shall be doing training on this next. Your new mirrors, cameras.
I have a question about that.
I'm loving that, bro.
Yeah, I think that's great, but I wonder
That's out
if
of Michael J. Quill Depot where this video came from.
those come with sensors.
Sensors for
You know how on your car when the next car comes into your proximity, your mirror has
the little light.
a little light that goes off, the little sensor that goes off.
Hmm.
I wonder if those come equipped with that. And if so, do they interact with the retarder in the system? especially like
Wow, bro, you
for,
really you really
I'm just
going
saying
on.
because that
You're
would
asking for
prevent
too much on FTA,
that
man.
would prevent so many. We just had a fatality, right? That would
Mm,
prevent that if you have the sensors, especially for like the back, when people get too close and you're making that right turn, the sensor goes off and it activates, not to where you break you completely, but it activates the retarder to slow you down to where you
mm.
notice like something's about to happen, and then you can react like, okay, let me stop.
Or they could
I
just have
think,
a buzzer or something, because
yeah,
that could really scare a driver. Feeling that, be like, what the fuck, I mean, if they're not paying attention,
right. Like you have the
you gotta pay
sensor go
attention.
off, and if it keeps going like doo doo doo, like the closer you get, then it kick in.
Well,
But
we have the buses that say bus turning, but so maybe
you
they
know,
could have the
there's
same thing.
there's a
Vehicle on your
sign I
right,
seen.
vehicle on your left.
Right. At least say that,
Yeah,
or what they call it, people,
but then that thing is gonna be going on all day
pedestrian,
long, where
pedestrian.
you're gonna
No,
get
no,
upset.
no. When you turn it, let's just say it activates when you're turning. You
Mm-hmm.
make a turn. It says, okay, pedestrian too close to vehicle. It lets you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so now you're watching out for that. But there's a sign that there's a sign that I seen today here in Staten Island that I think should be posted everywhere. And I meant to take a picture of it, but I was just like too in awe, like wow, thinking about where it could be posted at. But it was a sign, looked like a stop sign, but it was white. You probably seen this before, Pete. It's white, and it has a picture of a stop sign. Then next to it has a picture of an eye, and it has a picture of an ear. I think it's an ear or a bus. I think it might be a bus
Mm-hmm.
or vehicle. So it's like stop, look, and and that's what the sign was. And like that sign should be posted everywhere. For people to remind people it's their duty to stop before you cross and look out for other vehicles. It's not
Okay.
just the driver's fault. You can't just solely leave it on the driver, even though the driver has the most responsibility there. But you're the one that might get hurt, so you should take it upon yourself. Just stop, look around before you cross the street.
What makes sense?
Sorry, Jose. Sorry, Jose. I didn't mean to do that. I ain't trying to take money out your pocket.
He's like, there goes our raises. Yeah, a lot of that does make sense, but I'm
Today's my
happy with
last
that.
day on the show. I just got fired.
I'm happy with this whole mirror thing. It's gonna we don't have to deal with a frosting on the mirrors or nothing like that. And someone say, "Oh, but when they break down, buses out of service." And like, yeah, well, when the other mirrors break, you're also out of service.
Yeah, but at
Yeah.
least you ain't got to go downtown.
What do you mean?
If it breaks down, it's not your fault.
Oh, right, right.
Before now, if you
That's
break
right.
a
It
mirror,
takes
you got
away
to go
from
downtown.
hitting something. That's right, because you're not
Yeah,
hitting anything.
yeah.
They just died out.
You know those trees that magically jump out, in front of the bus stop? You ain't got to deal with those no more.
That's so true, yo. That's so true. You must be on your medication, bro. You're good. You're good today. You're on the ball, bro. On the ball. So, yo, that's all the time we have for today, man.
Yeah, thank everybody for participating today. Thank you,
Yes,
Jose, Hugo, what up, Hugo,
Bell for all of you participating.
Michelle,
Yes,
everybody that participated. Appreciate you guys. It's always great when you guys participate and share it out.
yeah.
If you feel like we earned it, try to get somebody else to join our YouTube channel. Wait,
Please.
what number we at? Because we was close to 300.
When you
We
talk
was
about the episode,
no members on
oh,
our
we're at
channel.
297.
Still,
297.
God, oh, I went. That was my public school, 297.
Yeah, that was
Well,
216.
all we need is three more people.
Three more people, guys. Three more subscribers, and we hit 300.
We had 300.
Come
Now,
on.
of course, when you talk about YouTube standards, that's just a drop in the bucket. 300. They'll laugh at us, but that's 300 means a lot to us.
Yes, sir.
So if you can get us to 300, just get three more people, or make a fake account and join.
Make a few fake accounts and subscribe.
Make a few, and then hit the like button. And you feel like if we earned to hit the like button,
Yeah, man,
subscribe,
and share us up with share us our show out there, our
share it out.
YouTube thing. Come on,
Put it on your page.
yeah, come on, and like we did, like I did this past week, we're going to post a link. I'll post a link again, probably every Friday evening. We're gonna post a link to Monday's show, so anybody that wants to be part of it and join us live here in studio, you just save that link. And when it's showtime, we'll see you pop up, and
Bring you in. You don't have to
bring
show
you
your
in.
face. You can keep the
Exactly.
camera off.
You'll have a choice, the option to have the camera off. And remember, you also have the option to share when you're on here to 3 other pages. So if you want people to see you, then you could also
Mm.
share it out to three
You
other
could
groups.
you could sit in the dark, right, with the light behind you, so all we see is your shadow, and then we'll make your voice change. So, so it's like you're in a spy film. You're giving out secret information.
Yeah. So come on, join us on the next one.
Yeah, we don't
So
bite. We don't bite. We'll have fun.
not hard. All right, guys. So again, thank you. And with that said, I'm Broken Pete.
I'm your boy, boy.
That's the end of our show.
Yo, fuck them if they can't take a joke.
See you next time, guys.
Hey.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.